This is the story of Lao Min, a farmer who learned the hard way that some battles are never meant to be won, and yet those very storms may hold the key to peace. In a peaceful valley surrounded by towering hills, there lived a humble farmer named Lao Min. Every morning, he rose with the sun, tirelessly tending to his small plot of land. His days were filled with plowing, planting, and watering, each action careful, precise, and aimed at ensuring the perfect harvest. Yet, Lao Min's eyes often flickered upward, scanning the skies for any hint of change. The valley's weather was as unpredictable as life itself, and Lao Min believed he could outwit it through sheer determination. One summer afternoon, the air grew heavy and dark clouds began to gather, swallowing the bright blue sky. Lao Min froze. The storm was coming. He dropped his tools and dashed to his barn, his mind racing. He pulled out tarps to shield his crops, dug trenches to divert rainwater, and worked with a frantic energy as thunder rumbled in the distance. From their porches, his neighbors watched, shaking their heads. "The storm will do what it will," they murmured, but Lao Min ignored their words. He believed that if he just tried hard enough, he could control the chaos. Then the storm arrived. Rain fell in unrelenting sheets, the wind screamed through the valley, and Lao Min fought back with all his might. He held down tarps that threatened to fly away, redirected water with his bare hands, and cursed the storm for defying his efforts. But nature did not yield, and by dawn, the damage was done. His fields lay soaked, the crops battered, and his body utterly spent. Lao Min sat on a rock amidst the wreckage, head in his hands. "Why must the world always fight against me?" he muttered bitterly, shaking his fist at the indifferent sky. Just then, the soft crunch of footsteps reached his ears. Lao Min looked up to see an old wanderer approaching, leaning on a crooked staff. Though his robes were soaked, the man's face was serene, and his eyes sparkled with the calm of countless seasons. "Why are you troubled, farmer?" the wanderer asked. Lao Min gestured to the ruined fields. "I tried everything to stop the storm, but it destroyed my crops anyway. How can I succeed when the world refuses to cooperate?" The wanderer's gaze swept over the valley before returning to Lao Min. "Tell me," he began, "when the rain poured down, could you have stopped it?" "Of course not," Lao Min replied, puzzled. "And when the winds howled, could you have silenced them?" "No," Lao Min admitted softly. The wanderer smiled, his voice gentle but firm. "Then why do you fight the storm, knowing you cannot control it? Your crops may recover, or they may not. But your battle against the rain has left you weary and angry. Wouldn't your energy be better spent embracing what you cannot change?" Lao Min frowned. "So I should just do nothing? Let the storm destroy everything?" The wanderer chuckled, shaking his head. "Not at all. Prepare for life's storms as best you can. Tend to your fields, but release what is beyond your grasp. Fighting the rain blinds you to the beauty it brings." The farmer followed the wanderer's gaze. For the first time, he noticed how the storm had left the leaves glistening with dew, how the air smelled fresh and clean, and how some crops still stood tall, their roots strengthened by the rain. "Perhaps not all is lost," Lao Min murmured. "Indeed," the wanderer said, "life flows like a river. The river does not fight the rocks in its path. It moves around them. Trust the current, farmer, and you may find that even a storm can nourish your soul." As the wanderer walked away, Lao Min remained seated, staring at his fields with new eyes. The storm had taken much but left behind something greater, a lesson. From that day forward, Lao Min worked with the land, not against it, preparing for storms while letting go of the need to control them. And in doing so, he found a peace he had never known. Lao Min's story is a reminder that life's storms often lie beyond our control. Resistance breeds exhaustion and bitterness, while acceptance opens the door to peace. What storm in your life could you embrace today? If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wisdom Bits for more inspiring tales that nourish the soul. Let's grow wiser together, one story at a time.